Well, I'm going to tackle this first story because, obviously I'm the technical expert, the guy with the background in engineering, science, all that kind of great stuff.
And spelling, obviously.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, Dirk, you may have to help me out on this one. Well, here's something that most of us don't think about very often: space junk. But for engineers at NASA or the Department of Defense, the hundreds of millions, I can't believe it's that number, but that's quoted in the story, hundreds of millions of individual pieces of garbage currently orbiting our planet are a real problem that poses a real threat. After all, orbital speeds of up to 17,500 miles per hour, orbital speeds of that garbage, even something as small as a pebble could possibly destroy a passing spacecraft. Well, that's the premise behind the article, Space Junk, the Cluttered Frontier, from the MIT News website. We linked out to it in Wednesday's issue of the Quality Digest newsletter. Well, the issue here is that not all space junk is created equal. Some, like bare metal, for instance, pose a greater threat than, say, something with a painted or a coated surface, which might be something softer, not quite as hard as firm hard metal. Well, to tell the difference between the two and to guide spacecraft appropriately, Kerry Cahoy, who is a professor of aeronautics and astronautics at MIT, along with graduate student Mike Pasquale, developed a sensing technique called laser polarimetry. Did you ever hear of laser polarimetry?
No, I have not.
Well, it's laser polarimetry. I guess that's a new technique that they developed. That's what it said in the story.
Lasers and it's got polarimetry attached.
Polarimetry, I did. That's what it's all about. Well, according to the article, and I quote, you see how I'm doing this, I'm quoting directly from the article as opposed to interpreting. The article quotes, the team's technique uses a laser to measure a material's effect on the polarization state of the light, which refers to the orientation of light's oscillating electrical field that reflects off of the material. For instance, when the sun's rays reflect off of a rubber ball, the incoming light's electric field may oscillate vertically, but contain properties of the ball's surface, such as its roughness, may cause it to reflect with a horizontal oscillation instead. Or a completely different orientation altogether. The same material can have multiple polarizing effects depending on the angle at which light hits it. In other words, a laser polarimeter here on Earth can detect surface features of the space junk, all of which have different polarization signatures. And in this way, scientists can interpret how much of a threat the junk in question may or may not pose. So they're trying to interpret what it is that's up there. They know that there's these millions and millions of things up there, some of which are really threatening, some of which maybe aren't as threatening, but they want to know which the ones are that are really dangerous and help NASA and the Department of Defense kind of work around those a little bit.
So that they can tell us before something hits us.
Hopefully,
junk
hopefully that's,
Sorry.
Hundreds of millions of pieces of space junk.
Well, most of it burns up when it enters the atmosphere.
Sure, but a lot of it is very little. But I mean, they're saying, these bare metal pieces, which could be fairly large, could pose a real threat. So they want to understand what those pieces are and try to obviously avoid them. Like it said in the article, they can kind of alert maybe the space station to, hey, there's a debris field coming your way.
Not so much for people on Earth, but
up there,
gotcha.
Or if there's maybe a launch of some sort. I mean, you want to alert the people that are already up there, the equipment that's already up there, that hey, there's a debris field and there's a lot of bare metal in it. Maybe there's some evasive procedures you could take to get the heck away from it. That was in that movie Space. Remember remember that movie with what's her name? Sandra
Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. And George Clooney? Space. Wasn't that called Space?
Gravity.
Gravity, okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was something like that. Yeah, there was a big debris field in there, and I remember watching that and thinking, that's not really true. Well, it's really true. It's up there.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt if it hits you.
That's right, no doubt.
All right.